If we fucking, she paying a fee. And please don't give me no bush weed. You know must split them longer than loose leaf. Grab a well out and I kick like Bruce Lee. After she smoke, then she give me her coochie. Come with the girl, them want them, fuck them, no for reach me, girl. Pon the phone, just quick, believe me, girl. Pon the phone, just don't deceive me, girl. Link pon the tool and so friends to the face, I hear the voice now. You don't know say a Kogency, but the Kogency Reacts channel. And today, bros, we have the sad story behind Juice WRLD's Overdose. I don't know. Have I been doing too much sad content lately, bro? I feel like everybody's been, you know, dying or sad or stories or like. So let me know if you want some like happier content on the channel. You know, even though I did a meme, I try not to laugh like a couple videos ago. But yo, let me know what you want to see on the channel. I don't really want to waste any time into this. Almost everybody watching this, I'm sure, is familiar with Juice WRLD in some capacity in either music or after his death. You heard about his music. So, and we know the mysterious case of the overdose. We'll check it out. You know what I mean? So, yo, I don't want to waste any time. Hit that like button. If you don't want to hit the like button, hit the dislike button. And if you don't want to hit either of those, jump in the comments and let me know why you're not hitting the like or dislike button. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just give me some interactions and subscribe if you want to. Let's jump in. From the streets. Take everything with a grain of salt.
On December 7th, 2019, Juice WRLD and his entourage would begin to board a
Bro, it's 2019, that's how long it's been? From, I feel like last year.
Gulfstream private jet that was located inside the Van Nuys airport. The private jet would eventually take off at 8:23 p.m. PST, with its final destination being the Chicago Midway International Airport. The jet would be airborne for just over 3 hours before safely landing at the Atlantic Terminal in the Chicago Midway International Airport at around 1:28 a.m. CST. But little did Juice WRLD know that the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the Gang Investigation Federal Task Force were waiting for them to land.
Why? Why? It's Juice WRLD, bro. It's not like he's Chief Keef. I know he's from Chicago, but his song that put him on the scene was These girls are the same. I admit it, another hoe got me finished. Broke my heart, oh no you didn't. Like, bro, he wasn't Chief Keef singing about bang bang, oh blah. Like, why the gang unit looking for Juice WRLD, bro? I wanna know.
After landing, Juice WRLD and his entourage were confronted in the lobby of the Atlantic Aviation Building by 3 FBI agents, a canine officer, as well as Officer Romero of the Chicago Police Department's Gang Intelligence Unit. Authorities would then immediately
they just got a tip-off that the guy had drugs on the plane and they want to make a case out of him. To be like, yeah, we caught this rapper with all these drugs. Like, man, you see what I mean by I can't rate the officers, bro? I just can't rate these guys, dog. I can't respect these guys, fam. Especially from the last video that I watched. It's their fault why those kids had to grow up without their mom.
Request Officer Mazzillo to have his canine perform a narcotics search on all of the luggage that was on board the private jet, which was already conveniently loaded on 2 separate luggage carts in the lobby. The canine immediately detected narcotics in the luggage on the first cart. Officer Mazzillo would then take the canine outside, where it would later return to detect even more narcotics in the luggage on the second cart. Authorities would then notify.
So all bags had drugs in them. You see, it comes to a point where you gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna do something bad, you know, but at least let me try and make it easier on myself. Or maybe he thought he wasn't gonna get searched. I'm not sure, bro. I don't know.
By Juice WRLD and everyone else that was on board the private jet that the canine detected narcotics in the luggage and that the suitcases were going to be opened and searched. While the search was taking place, Ali Lottie, Juice WRLD's girlfriend, would return from the bathroom and take a seat on the lounge chairs in the lobby with Juice WRLD seated directly in front and to the right of her. Juice WRLD would then slowly turn around to face Ali Lottie and let out a deep, loud screech before throwing his arms in the air and falling to the ground. Juice WRLD would then begin to convulse on the ground while blood leaked from his nose and mouth.
Bro, you hear how he's describing this scene right now? This is, like, as he's describing it, everything is playing out in my head. Oh my God. I'm trying to imagine the scene.
bathroom in front of to the right of her. Okay, cool.
Ali Lottie began to scream for help. Chicago police officers Michael Botica and Daniel McAuliffe would then claim to immediately start helping Juice WRLD by rolling juice on his side to help with his breathing. Officer Botica would then call for the Chicago Fire Department while a Homeland Security Investigations agent gave Juice WRLD 2 shots of Narcan. Officer Botica would then claim that after receiving the Narcan shots that Juice WRLD would stop convulsing. Juice WRLD was then transported to the Christ Hospital in Chicago by the Chicago Fire Department paramedics, while the authorities would uncover 41 vacuum-sealed bags containing 70 pounds of marijuana and
70 pounds? How high are you getting, bro? Like 70 pounds? That's a lot of pounds, bro. And 6 prescription bottles of codeine? Man.
prescription bottles of codeine. After the search, 2 members of Juice WRLD's entourage were taken into custody by police. The first individual was a man by the name of Henry Dean, who was Juice WRLD's personal security guard at the time. Henry Dean was never on the private jet, but was waiting for them to land at the Chicago International Airport along with a limousine service to pick Juice WRLD and his entourage up in. After getting word that Juice WRLD safely landed, Henry Dean would enter the airport to help everyone that was on board the flight with their luggage, but was quickly stopped by authorities. Officers would then ask Henry Dean if he had any weapons on him, which he would inform them that he did, in fact, have 2 firearms on him but has a valid firearms owner ID as well as a concealed carry license.
Good.
Unfortunately, these licenses did not allow him to carry a concealed firearm inside an airport, and police eventually arrested Henry Dean on 3 charges relating to the firearms he had in his possession.
Damn. So, wait. So you need a license to carry, but you need another license to carry in an airport? It's mad.
The other individual arrested was Chris Long, Juice WRLD's personal photographer and videographer. Chris Long was arrested after authorities discovered a bag containing camera equipment along with a .40 caliber pistol hidden inside. When asked who the bag belonged to, Chris Long would claim ownership of the bag but denied any knowledge of there being a firearm inside. Chris Long would then be arrested and charged with unlawful possession of a firearm at around 2:03 a.m. on December 8, 2019. A little over an hour later, Juice WRLD would be pronounced dead by Dr. Sean Motsney at 3:14 a.m. The cause of death was later revealed to be oxycodone and codeine toxicity.
And rappers brag about these drugs, the oxycodone and the codeine, man.
The cause of death was later revealed to be oxycodone and codeine toxicity. Everyone else that was on board the private jet was free to go without any additional charges. But what about the 70 pounds of marijuana that was trafficked over 2,000 miles across the country? It was stated that neither of the suitcases containing the vacuum-sealed bags had any name or personal items that could be linked to any of the passengers on the jet, and nobody claimed ownership of the suitcases either. But why was it even on the jet in the first place? Juice WRLD was a rich and famous superstar. Why would anyone put Juice WRLD in that position in the first place?
I'm just thinking that rappers, well, not thinking, I know that rappers move around with a lot of drugs and guns and just, you know what I'm saying, not legal shit a lot of the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And because they're high in society in terms of like status and money and stuff, they end up getting away with a lot of stuff, bro. So I think it's probably that. He was just going about his regular artist life, walking around with his drugs as he usually does, because he always has drugs. And then, you know what I'm saying, this happened. But I don't feel like rappers, this is new to rappers. I feel like rappers are always, you know, with 70 pounds of drugs or 50 pounds of weed. And, you know what I'm saying? I feel like rappers always do that.
Regardless, the feds weren't just going to let drug trafficking slide, right? After looking further into the police report, something odd stood out to me, and that was the fact that the Gang Investigation Federal Task Force was waiting for them to land.
Didn't I say it at the start, bro? I'm like, why is the gang force want them to land? He's not Chief Keef, bro. He's a lover boy.
I can understand that if the pilot called in a tip stating that there were narcotics and firearms on board, why the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the police being there. But the Gang Investigation Federal Task Force seems strange and oddly specific.
Very.
I began to do more research where I eventually discovered that just 6 days before Juice WRLD's sudden overdose, the Chicago Tribune released an article claiming that the FBI is in town to investigate the death of a Chicago rapper who went by the name of Shoota Shells. Shoota Shells was a member of a Chicago gang called Black Mob, and back in 2017 released a song on YouTube titled Death of 150, which was a brutal diss to a rival gang. The rival gang targeted in the song goes by the name of No Limit, with its most
I was just about to say, isn't 150 NLMB like No Limit? Yeah, it is.
well-known members being rappers G
Herbo and Lil
Bibby.
Bibby.
Lil Bibby is also the owner of Grade A Productions, a record label Juice WRLD was heavily involved with since its start and would later sign onto a multi-million-dollar joint venture deal with Interscope Records. Now, while most Chicago gang members are known to be some of the most savage individuals, Lil Bibby was different, with his main focus always being money, and was known as a big-time drug dealer who rarely dissed opposing gang members. When the Chicago drill scene started to gain traction online,
Yeah, because even like after he blew up after rapping, Lil Baby never rapped for long. Like I think last Lil Baby song I listened was what, 2016, 17? Like after that, like the nigga was just like, yeah man, business, you know? Which is cool too, but Baby is a very talented rapper.
and back in 2012, names such as Chief Keef, Lil Durk, G Herbo, and Lil Bibby were some of the biggest in the industry.
Yes.
Juice WRLD, who grew up in Homewood, Illinois, a Chicago suburb just 30 minutes south of where Lil Bibby is from, became a huge fan of the drill scene. And when Lil Bibby showed interest in Juice WRLD, he signed him almost immediately despite having similar opportunities to get into the music industry. After
Yeah.
signing, Juice WRLD, who had no gang ties prior to meeting Lil Bibby, was now acting as if he was a lifelong No Limit gang member and began involving himself in very serious situations that had absolutely nothing to do with him.
For real?
For example, Juice WRLD would start dissing a guy by the name of Posto. Posto was a member of a Chicago gang called Lakeside, which rivals No Limit, and was brutally murdered back in November of 2013 at just 18 years old.
What? So this guy died in 2013 and Juice WRLD, who blew up in like what, 2018, is dissing him? Let me hear what you got to say, bro.
After being shot in the head while standing in
Whoa.
the first floor hallway in a building located on the 2700 block of East 80th Street in Chicago.
God damn.
And on my wrist is a glass house. Smoking pasta till I pass out. What you say about pasta? Pussy a dirty ass out.
Juice WRLD would
Oh, okay. You know, listen, let me tell you something. You see, when you have a bunch of gang members and you have that one nigga that's not a gang member, bro, all the gang member niggas are going to try and influence him to try and make him more like them. You understand? Because one thing, people want to hang around people that's more like them. So if I'm a gang member and as cool as my friend over there might be, he's not really, you know what I'm saying? So there's little things I'm going to do to make him more like us until eventually he just becomes one of us. Which I know that they don't want, you know, Juice WRLD to die, but, you know, it's just what happens in the gang world.
block of East 80th Street in Chicago.
And on my wrist is a glass house. Smoking pasta till I pass out. What you say about pasta? Pussy a dirty ass out.
Juice WRLD would also diss another No Limit rival who went by the name of Lil Mister. Lil Mister was a well-known Chicago drill rapper and a member of a Chicago gang called Wooga World. On March 15, 2019, Lil Mister was fatally shot in the head after a drive-by on the
Bro, why is everybody getting shot in the head? Like, these guys are accurate. Jesus.
7400 block of South Harvard Avenue. He was only 24 years old at the time of his death.
Bro, Harvard has a avenue in Chicago, bro. Harvard and Chicago don't go together at all in my head. Where even is Harvard, bro? I always hear about Harvard, but I don't even know which state that's in.
We smoking on Ghost, smoking on Katie Pack and Pasto and Mister the most. Man, I'ma kill you know it though.
In addition to all that, Juice WRLD also began to drop rakes, which is a gang sign used to disrespect anyone affiliated with the gangster disciples.
Yeah.
And we dropping them bitches, ain't we, folks?
Most of these subtle yet very
You see what I mean, bro? Like, alright. It's just a thing, bro. It's like a trend. It's like fashion. It's like a vibe. It's like, yeah, man, all of us, we throwing that shit down. Like, what you throwing that shit down? Bro, even in Big Drip, Fabio Foreign said, you say you not GDK. What? The fuck is you doing with me? Like, literally, bro, that's how they think, bro. If you not jacking the same shit I'm jacking, if you not throwing the same shit I'm throwing down, bro, what is you doing with me, bro? For real. You see me? So, Yeah, bro. That's just how these guys operate. Just know that.
Serious expressions of disrespect would go over the heads of the majority of Juice WRLD fans.
Yes.
But fans of the Chicago drill scene would immediately take notice and criticize Juice WRLD and No Limit online. One
Yeah.
Chicago drill specialist by the name of Rasha947 would comment, "Wow, this is actually shameful. How are No Limit letting him do this meal ticket or not? Straight clown. He would be on this sub if he wasn't famous." Another drill superfan by the name of Throwaway8881 would say, "Herb, Cairo, and Bibby are some clowns for letting him do all this." A now deleted user would respond to that comment with, "It's gotta be awkward these savage hood dudes pretending to vibe with him just for money and clout when he's clearly some soft suburban dude, and him trying to pretend he can relate to their savage mentalities."
That's what I was, bro. Didn't I say that, bro? They're trying to make him more like them, or when you hang around somebody, they always try to be more like, you know, the natural consensus of the groups.
These situations are prime examples to show the lengths Juice WRLD would go in order to fit in with the No Limit street gang. Now, going back to the narcotics found on Juice WRLD's private jet, fans have been speculating on several theories since the day it happened, with a common one being that the narcotics found on Juice WRLD's private jet were for personal use and were most likely being brought from California to Chicago to be given out to the guests at Juice WRLD's 21st birthday party that was scheduled on the day he unfortunately passed away. Another theory being
dog, his birthday party, dog. Oh my God, R.I.P.
the
bro.
party that was scheduled on the day he unfortunately passed away. Another theory being discussed online is that Juice WRLD's girlfriend, Ali Lottie, was the mastermind behind all of this, with the evidence being leaked court documents claiming that Ali Lottie was arrested for trafficking meth back in 2017. Ali Lottie denied these claims on Twitter by tweeting, "Never seen meth ever, and I'm pretty sure meth is Adderall. Again, this paperwork has nothing to do with me. I'm so sorry. I don't even know the lawyer." Fans would also speculate that Chris Long may have something to do with this due to his ties with the
So, bro, everybody had something to do with it, bro. Like, the internet is just playing investigator. Bro, what? You see why I say we don't need the police and the judges and these things, man? Because the man, them, people on Twitter and IG and TikTok, they're doing their own investigations, bro, and they can find info more. Bro, we need to get rid of the police and the judges, bro. I'm tired of them, bro. No, that last video that I watched with that girl, with that lady, that those kids that lost their mom because the cops let out that sick guy. Yeah, man, I'm very upset about that still.
the underground cannabis industry in Los Angeles.
This is Chris Long, the plug.
Royal Buds LA is a store that sells medicinal marijuana.
Yes.
And you're the manager. Who owns it? Or can you talk about that?
Some guys own it.
So you really can't talk about who owns it?
I'm not gonna. Okay, that's
The
fair.
weed
This
business is a
already
business
shady.
where
I love the weed business.
information is kept close to the chest. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cooler way to say it. Just say, bro, I can't speak on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just say that, bro. Just you make it seem weird now.
He works for some dudes that own a lot of them. Like, he works with them, and they are fucking...
How'd they find you?
Shit.
And others, more specifically the Chicago drill scene, would speculate that No Limit was behind all of this the whole time, with one highly upvoted comment in particular stating, Juice
He was getting extorted even though some niggas like to deny it. Wow. I don't know how true that is, bro. Let me know in the comments.
WRLD was getting extorted, even though some people like to deny it. Another user would respond shortly after saying, thank you. Why would Juice WRLD be traveling on a jet with so much weed? No Limit was using him as a crash dummy. He just so happened to be a super...
That's right, you know, bro. That's true. That's true. When the new recruit comes in the gang, bro, niggas just send him to the everything, bro. Literally. Especially because a lot of the times they're the youngest one. You just send him to the everything, fam. And then after a while, him start get him on a head on his shoulders how to move in the gang life. But, you know what I mean? When a new guy joins the gang, it's like this new... It's like when a new person joins your school. You know, everybody want to know who's this new guy. They want to see what he's about. They want to test him. They want to try him. See if he's good at sports. See if he's good with the girls. You know what I'm saying? They want to see his limits. See how far they can push him. It's the same thing with the gang thing, bro. I tell you, bro, gangs are kind of a lot like school.
Superstar. We will likely never know why and how this situation came to be. But at the end of the day, 70 pounds of narcotics were found in the luggage on board the private jet, with the Gang Investigation Federal Task Force in particular waiting for Juice WRLD and No Limit to land.
Jano star. He's 2 years older than me, man. Jano. What? There's a sad story of Mac Miller overdose. Jeez, bro, there's a lot of sad stories going around, right? The dark killing of King Von and K. Bro, King Von used to what you call it, the flirt with KI still. So that's a very bro. There's a lot we need to check out to the dog. Alright, I'll probably go and check out the dark story of King Von and KI right after this. So yeah. Hit that like button. Look, first of all, let me know what you think about this, the sad story behind Juice WRLD's overdose. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. This was, at the end, it kind of pieced it together to make it seem like he was a crash dummy, but we really don't know. You understand? It seems very likely that he was a crash dummy for his new street gang that he loves so much. And I can understand, you understand? See, look, being somebody that growing up, look up to street gangs and street guys as well, I can understand. But the when they used him to move 70 pounds, and yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, all right, that's where we cut it off. You understand? Yeah, but let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit that dislike button if you disliked it. And if you don't want to do either of those, hit the comments and let me know why you don't want to like or dislike. Or just hit the comments and say anything. But you don't know. Kogency and Kogency reacts. How about this motherfucker, man? Peace.
Girl, them want them, fuck them, no for reach me, girl. On the phone, just quick, believe me, girl. On the phone, just don't deceive me, girl. Link on the toll and come for reach me, yeah, girl. Bring the pink pussy to me, yeah, girl. Get round 2, round 3, yeah, girl. Yeah, I love you, yeah.